Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. And today we are reviewing the new cigar from General Cigar and Punch. This is the Knuckle Buster. This is a Toro 6x50. Nice shiny wrapper, would not you agree? There's your density. Now this is a new full-time line from Punch, and it's described as value conscious, and it is. And if you look at the price point for these cigars, this Toro has a suggested retail price of $5.49. Now, this Toro also uses a Nicaraguan Habano wrapper, a Nicaraguan Habano binder, and the filler is from Nicaragua and Honduras. Knuckle Buster pertains to people that work hard for a living, and I'm sure you're one of those. You may not be today, you may be quarantined at home, but you will be back at work soon. Now, this cigar also comes in two other sizes, a Robusto and a Gordo, 6 1/4 by 60 for the Gordo, 4 1/2 by 50, 2 for the Robusto, and those are very economical. Also, Robusto $4.99 and $5.99 for the Gordo. Sort of the long and the short of it. So let's get right to it. The new Punch Knuckle Buster. Here's a very oily, shiny wrapper. Do you not agree? Hopefully that translates into something good. We'll know soon. Alrighty. The draw's pretty good. There is a somewhat tangy cedar, brown sugar, some dabblings of cinnamon. Now's where we get the difference. You haven't heard this description in a while. There is quite a bit of leathery nutmeg and a massive amount of, the only way to describe it is a meaty flavor. Very much like steak. It reminds you of steak. There's a meatiness to this cigar. It's a low-level flavor with a lot of thickness, just like a big piece of steak. You could say there is a black coffee base, but a great deal of that low-level darkness is that meat flavor. Black pepper at about 7. So those are your initial flavors. Somewhat different than the norm, but that's what they are. So let's see what happens, and maybe things settle down by the first third. Well, we're here at the first third. And I can already tell you one thing. I've had this cigar before, preliminarily, and you're going to have to go very slow with it also, as you should with all cigars. That meaty flavor, if you go too fast, it overwhelms the cigar. But going nice and slow, and where are we now? 26 minutes in, you still have predominantly the same flavors. I would call the cigar a high-grade medium. The finish is some of that cedar, citrusy cedar, some, and a lot of that meatiness and nutmeg, with an average amount of lingering black pepper. The meaty notes are somewhat in check on the front end, but they still come through loud and clear. Now, If you like a cigar with heavy meat notes, can't believe I'm saying that, but anyway, if you do, and I've had some cigars that taste this way, then this is really something to look at. It has sweetness, it has an excellent price point, a lot of low level notes. The leather is sort of intertwined with that meatiness. Makes sense. The nutmeg's there, black coffee base is rather light because there's so much meatiness that gives it the low level notes. There is a high pitched flavor on the front end right after that somewhat citrusy cedar that is caramel. It is very high pitched, as caramel is. I mean, it's not buttery, but it's a caramel esque flavor. The cigar is good, but I'm not a fan of a lot of meatiness in a cigar personally. But I've described the flavors, so take it for what you will. And let's see what the second third brings. But for me, the first third I'm rating at 91. Want to see if we're going to develop more than meaty flavors in the second third. Into the second third. And if you guys like steak or meat, heavy meat, you're going to like this cigar. It just keeps increasing. There's a little cedar, hardly any brown sugar at this point. The caramel seems to be hiding a little bit. There's plenty of nutmeg, plenty of leathery meat, and now plenty of black coffee. Medium to full finishes the heavy meat and nutmeg solely, and elevated lingering black pepper. It's getting quite, it's almost like well, it's a meat stick, like a Slim Jim almost, but no salt. Been a long time since I've had a cigar like this, but it's transitioning darker and meatier. For me, the second third is 88. But please go by the description because you may be going, man, this sounds good. So let's see what the final third brings. Well, we're down to the end or close to it. So let's wrap it up. I'm calling the fight. I'm calling the fight, throwing in the towel. Here in the end, the final third, the cigar went to, you had just a hint, and by hint, I mean that, a hint of caramel, no cedar, an absolute ton of black coffee. 3/4 of a ton of heavy meat and nutmeg and leather. Full bodied, finish unchanged. Attention, meat lovers. This is for you. This cigar is for you. Buy everyone you can find because I have never had a meatier cigar. Final third, I will generously go 84. It's just not for me. I mean, it's just nothing but there's really no sweetness there. It's 100%, 99% dark notes with heavy meat flavor. but some people will like it. So I mean, I'm proud for you. I'm happy for you. They made them for a reason this way, so grab them up if you're meat lovers. Overall score is 87.67. And the reason it got that high is because the first third was okay. So that'll do it. The new Punch Knuckle Buster Toro, 87.67.